has its own touch. And what you can see on the walls today is quite different from what you usually see. I'm not going to give my own interpretation of these artworks. Some of them look like dreams. Some of them look like bad dreams. But the artist himself will let you know more about what he meant when he painted these works.
Dear Martin, Director Alliance Francis, speaking at the expedition of the Togolese artist. Since his reappointment as the Kanilai firm's manager, Major Sidi Balde has continued to engage areas once considered hostile to be cultivated. The swamps of the reservoir were his next target after Burok, and there our Abdunjai spoke to him in this interview.
It's a rather different approach to farming in Kanilai. It is a managerial proficiency bringing into focus yet again the importance of all year-round production, and these fields have fitted to serve that purpose well.
The only thing behind this is His Excellency the President. We all know him. Both dry and rainy season, he is talking of farming. And then this, as he is saying, is what he is demonstrating. And then as we are here today, we have already entered into the dry season. And then this farm you are seeing here, this rice field, this reservoir field you're seeing, is a big one. And then it is blessed with abundant water. So if it, as we are transplanting now, during the course of the dry season, you come here, we're going to continue harvesting. This is both dry and rainy season harvest. It's just a continuation of the rainy season cultivation.
It had been left dormant some years now, under the belief that the area was infested with crocodiles and snakes. But its irrigation pumps are once more being opened for service.
As you are seeing behind me, we have these pipes, we have irrigation facilities, we have taps, and then both. Soon as we are ready, we will just open it within a day. Within 24 hours, this whole field is full with water. As you are seeing behind, already transplanted.
And how big is the place? I think if you look at it, it's quite a land here we have.
Of course, it is very big, although I cannot tell exactly the number of hectares, but it is a very, very big land.
The activity is already being hailed as success by the volunteers drawn from across the Kombo Central and parts of the Casamance. Their participation is crucial and continues to be treasured not only by the management of the Kanilai farms, but also other genuine citizens keenly following the Kanilai story. Chef Bakari Kamara is one of them, and he travels to Kanilai to hand Major Sidi Balde 150 packs of snacks for the workers. 50 packs have earlier on been handed to volunteers at Wanna. And at Wanna, where we began our coverage, Staff Sergeant Saho is releasing every moment at this farm sandwiched between the capital Banjul and Denton Bridge. He is making remarkable progress. He is making remarkable progress in the production of various produce, including some exotic varieties. But a number of groups have come to his aid in the harvesting of his rice produce, which spread across the waterlogged parts of the farm.
I have almost 6 or 7 plots here.
And then what varieties do you have here?
This type, these are all these local ones.
The Narika?
No, not Narika, but it's our local ones.
Okay, okay.
Yeah. I want to make a surprise to the big man on that. That one, I will not, in fact, it's too early for me to mention such. But when time comes, then I called you upon.
Is it a crop?
Yes. It's a crop. Last year I worked on it. You know, I have at least 91 bags. 91 bags that was taken to State House. But this year, maybe 4 trucks.
Abdunjai, GRTS.
It's mid-November and the farming community in the Gambia is in the process of harvesting crops after months of hard work during a busy planting season. Personnel of the Gambia Police Force were the latest to descend on their 6-hectare groundnut farm for a harvesting exercise. Babakar Senghor has more on that in this report.
After months of active work, members of the Gambia Police Force Saturday turned out in numbers for the harvesting of this 6-hectare groundnut farm in Kiti in the West Coast region. Produce from this farm, according to police public relations officer, will be plowed back to the welfare of Gambians.
The initiative is how much we are sure of what we are doing. You know, the police work is basically the protection of life and property and the maintenance of law and order, which actually is needed if we want to farm on our lands. Okay, if the police have taken the initiative to come on farm, it means that they are too sure of the peace and security that they are establishing in the Gambia here. As a result, they are able to come out and do some farming work. We have to eat. We don't have to depend on outside for our food basket. This is why the police have not only ensured that there is peace and security in the Gambia, but then we are also going ahead to ensure that there is food on our table. And
the Kidi farm manager Abdul Koli and RSM Fatou Bojang of the Interior Wives Association say they are expecting a good return on this year's farm work. Koli commended government for providing the necessary farm implements to complete the day's work, whilst describing President Jammeh as an exemplary leader. Aminata Cisse extends gratitude to her colleague female police officers for their steadfastness and cooperation during the course of the exercise.
This is what prompted the female officers of the Gambian Police Force to join our male counterparts to come and harvest our groundnut farm, because we were with them since at the initial stage, since at the pre-planting operational stage, up to the weeding, and today we are at the final stage, that is the harvesting. We came to join them.
This is one of a number of farms owned by the members of the Gambia Police Force, as they aim to help in the Gambia's food self-sufficiency drive. For Grts News, this is Babukar Senghor.
After being battered by Typhoon Haiyan, authorities in the Philippines tried to put the blame behind them, and are scientists going to come up with amazing discoveries that planet Mars is as wet as life on Earth? We'll be back with these stories and more after the break.
A house is a home, a building or structure that functions as a habitat for humans. It would normally have a floor, a wall, and roof, and the construction method doesn't need to be unfriendly to the environment, like sand mining from our beaches, or time-consuming and wasteful, tediously costly, or even overbearing in weight. You can put all these in the past with 3D panels. With 3D panels, you can get your construction going faster, cheaper, and more environmentally friendly. The installation process for 3D panels is easy and straightforward. The 3D panels have so many advantages over the cement block system, starting with over 50% savings on time. A few 3D panels replace hundreds of cement blocks, saving you time and in turn saving you money. You're talking about quality, comfort, design, flexibility, and virtually eliminating outside noises and water seepage. And the best news is that 3D panels are now locally manufactured here in Brikama in the Gambia. So make 3D panels a part of your next building project.
Excellency the President, Chair Professor Dr. Alhaji AJJ Jammeh. The organizing committee of the Miss 22nd July Scholarship Pageant proudly presents the finals of the 5th edition of the Scholarship Pageant, taking place on Saturday, December 7, 2013 at the Penchemi Hall, Paradise Suites Hotel. The Scholarship Pageant is geared towards promoting excellence among girls in line with Vision 2020 for sustainable growth and development. The pageant is a display of academic potentials, talent, and beauty. The theme for this year is promoting positive attitudinal change for sustainable development, the role of the youth. Support the Miss 22nd July Scholarship Pageant, as the scheme will benefit all and sundry.
Welcome back. The city of Tacloban in the Philippines has been receiving much needed international aid after the devastations left by Typhoon Haiyan. The authorities have been heavily criticized for the slow response in the disaster. As we hear in this report by Carl Penhall, aid is slowly but surely getting to those who desperately need it.
Thousands of international troops and aid workers are delivering food, water, and medical supplies. But getting all of that to the remotest of the areas remains sporadic at best. As Philippine President Benigno Aquino visits Tacloban and other hard-hit areas this weekend, thousands of survivors remain desperate. Philippine officials say about 3 million people have lost their homes, and treating the thousands who've been injured is a major challenge. Meantime, the death toll has risen to nearly 3,700 people. CNN's Carl Penhall is in Tacloban following the effort to try and distribute aid.
Amid all the chaos of the last week or so, there are signs now that the relief operation could